I'm Chuck Peruto, and I'm running for Philadelphia District Attorney. I was born and raised in the Overbrook section of Philadelphia, attending parochial school there at St. Callistus, even went to college here at St. Joe's University, and law school at Delaware. This city means a lot to me, and that's the reason I'm running. What's happening is just unacceptable. Property values are declining when they should be rising like the rest of the nation. People are fleeing to the suburbs when they should be staying right here, and it's all because they're scared. They don't feel safe, and that is the fault of our present district attorney. We all agree that we have a serious epidemic of gun violence on our streets. Let me employ all of the things that I've learned over the last 40 years when it comes to people, when it comes to criminals, and when it comes to guns. If you believe that, vote for me, read my plan, and let's end it together. My first act, if elected district attorney, well before I get sworn in, is to request a meeting with our Board of Judges. I want to create a partnership with these judges to let them know they share some responsibility in this gun epidemic. Give me 6 judges to man our courts. I will man them with elite district attorneys and former district attorneys who know how to try a case. 911 has taught us that it is crucial for law enforcement to share information. The police, the FBI, ATF, Secret Service, exchange ideas. Be friends in law enforcement so we can get help from them and they can get help from us. There is a serious mistrust of our citizens with the police department. We have to fix that. They gotta make overtures towards the citizens. Be friendlier, be more receptive. Have some sympathy and empathy for these people who've been suffering in these situations. Likewise, the citizens. You don't have to throw things at the cop, curse at them just because they're cops. They got a job to do and they're there to serve you. Let's get people to sit down and talk again. Let's make a partnership with citizens and police. My first line of business is to meet with every police captain. I want to have my wife cook them dinner. I want to get everybody together because they have their ear to the ground in each one of their communities to see what the problems are and how we can fix them. Many people think because I'm pro-police that I'm not going to prosecute a police officer who commits a crime. They're wrong. If a cop shoots somebody without justification, breaks their head without justification, I'm going to prosecute them. There's no question about that, and I want them to know that. We need to utilize our grand juries to clean up these drug gangs. We need to find out who is running these drug corners, subpoena witnesses before the grand jury, get information, keep those witnesses safe, and crush these drug corners. Because 250 of the 500 homicides dealt with drugs and drug dealing. We got to take the profit out of drugs and eliminate gun violence through that. Mr. Krasner has stated publicly that he will not seek the death penalty under any circumstances. He hasn't seen what I've seen. You don't have to agree with the death penalty, but I'm going to seek it in those rare instances where it is needed. I have no plan to seek out illegal immigrants in this town, but if someone is here illegally and they commit one of the big 5, murder, rape, arson, burglary, or robbery, not only am I going to prosecute you, but after you've done your time, then you're going to be deported. And any other official that forbids the police or the district attorney's office from notifying ICE, they are obstructing justice and they will be prosecuted. Black Lives Matter is finding resistance because people are just uneducated on what it is. They're not saying that white lives don't matter. This is a matter of understanding where we just need an open line of communication because they're disgusted. They need whites to realize their life matters. They don't want to be shot by our police. They don't want to be abused and discriminated against. That's all it means. This is 2021. Let's wake up. We have an overwhelming opioid crisis in this town. It's causing some of our gun violence, and I want to address that. But it is not an answer to have a safe injection site, which by nature is an oxymoron. Mr. Krasner has made promises when he ran, and he kept those promises. That's the problem. He's emptied the jails. Well, now that they're empty, I want to convert some of them to mandatory drug rehabilitation centers. I want them to get clean, to detox in our centers free of charge, and then earn their way out. When they can behave themselves in society and we give them the opportunities that they deserve, then they can get out and then get their record expunged. But until then, I cannot, as district attorney, allow them to prey on law-abiding citizens. Let's talk about marijuana. It is insignificant to me. If you want to smoke marijuana, smoke marijuana. The only thing that bothers me, you want to smoke it on your step across the street from a school where little kids can watch you, then I'm going to arrest you and prosecute you. We are all affected by who our district attorney is. We call them quality of life crimes. When you rush in and you're late in the morning, you want to get to work like a law-abiding citizen, and you find your car window is smashed out, your radio's taken, your personal belongings are taken, and then you get no relief with the district attorney's office whatsoever because the case is not going to be prosecuted. Baloney. It's going to get prosecuted. And I'm going to move those courtrooms into the neighborhoods so these people can't be doubly inconvenienced by going downtown. And if they have to go downtown, how about we do a novel idea like pay for their parking? There are some reforms that I believe in. Everybody says, oh, Chuck, you're just too old school with all of these ideas. You're wrong. Second-degree murder, felony murder, first offense. I don't want to send these kids away for life for making their first mistake. I want to remove life in prison from second-degree murder. Likewise, second strike cases. You do a residential burglary. You need your fix. We got to get them cured. They do that second burglary. It's 10 years mandatory minimum. These things are just too much, and I want to eliminate them and address them. So I'm not heartless. I know where things are a problem and how to fix them and where they need to be fixed from my experience. I pledge that all of the district attorneys that I hire in our district attorney's office will come from Delaware, Villanova, Temple, University of Pennsylvania, law schools that are the finest in the nation right here. People who know our neighborhoods, know Philadelphia, know how to deal with people, and I want to train them so that they'll stay here. I don't want them to give us a 3-year commitment. I want to make career prosecutors. I want to make them proud. I want to restore the glistening reputation that the district attorney's office used to have, the camaraderie that it used to have. It was an elite corps. It was world respected, and we could do it again. People ask me why I'm running after a 40-year successful practice of law. Because I love Philadelphia. I have 3 grandchildren. I want to make them proud. That means a lot to me. I've represented my clients to the best of my ability, and now I want to represent you. You'll be my client. And let me tell you something. When I put my effort into something, you're going to be happy. I appreciate you listening to me. Give me a chance. Listen to my proposals. They're good proposals, and they will work, but they're not going to work unless I get your vote. Thank you.